Hello, I'm Dr. Bill Jordan, Superintendent of Walla Walla Public Schools, and I want to welcome you to the Pulse video for May of 2016. Well, there's a couple things I talked with you about last month that I'm going to give you an update on. The first is the legislature and the fact that it did go into a special session, and really not much happened after that. The big event that helps us as a school district is that a budget was passed. That budget gives us good direction for the next school year. There's not a lot of new revenue, very little in that new budget. And the legislature passed a bill that said they will, next session, 2017, deal with the McCleary decision. So that's been pushed off again to next year. So we really don't have very much news for you from the legislature, except that next year we're going to anticipate that things will be taken care of. You might recall that last fall I was telling you that maybe in 2016 this would be addressed. Wasn't done, will be next year, and really that's going to be something you'll hear a lot about. Our budget is on track. We've spent about 57% of our $70 million budget. That spending plan is right in line with the model we have for the amount of expenditures for this time of year in the budget year. Our enrollment, we're about 134 students over our budget target. What that means is we budgeted for 5,710 students, and we actually have 5,830 some students. So we have more students than we anticipated. That's a good thing. We're going to adjust our budget target next year to make that come together a little closer. But that's actually very good news whenever you're a little bit over budget target. Well, in March, you'll remember I mentioned that the school board was all involved in a superintendent search, and during March there'd be interviews and you'd have the opportunity to participate. I hope you did. And that a superintendent would be named. Well, that's exactly what happened. And Wade Smith, the deputy superintendent in Hermiston, Oregon School District, has been named superintendent of the Walla Walla Public Schools and starts here on July 1. Pretty exciting. Wade is a great educator, and I think you're going to enjoy what he brings to the school district. We've also had a couple other changes that I want to tell you about in our school district, leadership changes. Chris Gardia, who was previously the principal at Prospect Point Elementary School, came on board this year as the executive director of human resources, and I've appointed him as assistant superintendent of the Walla Walla Public School District. Another decision that was made by the school board in April that impacts the leadership for next year is the appointment of the executive director of teaching and learning. Lori Charisma, current assistant superintendent, has been named superintendent of the Athena Weston School District. She's leaving the district, and I'm excited to tell you that Christy Kurtulis, the principal at Bernie Elementary School, will be coming to take over that work. Pretty exciting. She's a great leader. Here's one that we need to bring you up to date on. Sharpstein Elementary Principal Matt Bona will be leaving the school district and taking the position of the Director of Early Learning at the Educational Service District 123 in Pasco. So we really have two elementary principal positions that we're currently in the middle of seeking how to fill those. Now, Chris Gardia and new superintendent Wade Smith are deeply involved in this process. Faculties have been talked to at Bernie and Sharpstein. A position posting has been put together, and now applicants are responding to that, and then our new superintendent will have the opportunity to make two very important leadership decisions. One of the first things he does, even probably before he gets here, I'll take the recommendation to the school board, but he's going to be a critical factor in how those decisions are made. Well, August is the time of when we start getting ready for school, and next year, I mean, school starts early next year again, the 23rd of August. And we have another exciting activity going on. Really touches every employee in the school district, potentially every employee. Specifically, we have 3 days of professional development called Jump Started. It's August 9th through 11th, that our teachers and paraeducators can come spend 3 days, receive pay for those days, and participate in classes and courses and a pretty impressive conference that is going to take place over those days. Classified employees are also invited to that, and we have some specific training on trauma-informed practices that our employees will want to be involved in. So as you plan your summer, I know we're asking registration to be completed, and it's probably already done by the time you see this video. But I'm excited about that opportunity. It's a new thing for Walla Walla, and it's a great opportunity for professional development for our whole staff. The school board made a decision in April to reserve some money. That means set it aside into the Capital Projects Fund, specifically for a project that may not take place in 2016, but certainly will in 2017 if it's not completed. Here's what's going on. The Isaac Street construction project will go right past Green Park School. This is a great opportunity for the school district to put a bus pull-out, a drop-off pickup area for buses, right there off Isaac. If you've been by Prospect Point and seen that bus pull in, it's exactly the same thing. It's the same concept. We're going to do the same thing at Green Park, and really takes the pressure off the north side of the school where parents and buses are trying to drop students off at the same time. It's going to be a great improvement. And we're coordinating that work with the city of Walla Walla. So it's going to be seamless. It should work out really well. We're just not sure of exactly the time, but we reserve the money. That's the important thing to keep in mind. Well, in April, we recognized some volunteers that have given exemplary service to our school district. And April is Volunteer Month. And in recognition of that, we spent some time at our April 19th board meeting to recognize some individuals. And I'm going to tell you who those people are. Kara Schulke, Tim Melia, Janice Nelson, Kay Bargee, Jamie Griffith and Trinity Baptist Church, Norma Facio, and Elsa Areza. These are people that have dedicated their time, volunteered this time. They don't have to do this, but they've dedicated this time to our schools and our kids and our school communities. It's an amazing amount of work that's being done, and these are special people. If you see them, thank them. This is great work. So I'll see you in June. Look forward to that opportunity to talk to you again. Thank you.